Greetings, science fans. Today we're tackling a wild question. What would happen to your body if you died on each planet in our solar system? This isn't about being morbid, it's a creative way to explore the extreme environments of our cosmic neighborhood. We'll use the human body as our scientific probe, revealing how temperature, pressure, and chemistry shape each world. From instant mummification to total vaporization, each planet tells a story through what happens to us. Ready for a journey that's as weird as it is enlightening? Let's begin our planetary tour of the ultimate what if. First stop, Mercury, the Sun's closest companion. With almost no atmosphere, Mercury is a world of extremes. On the sunlit side, temperatures soar to 430 degrees Celsius, 800 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to boil away your body's water in seconds. You'd be flash-cooked, tissues charred and carbonized, leaving behind a brittle, blackened husk. No bacteria or decay, just a sterile, sun-baked statue. On the night side, it's the opposite, minus 180 degrees Celsius, minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd freeze solid, your cells ruptured by expanding ice. With no air, no microbes, and no weather, decay halts completely. Your body would remain frozen or charred for eons, only slowly eroded by micrometeoroids. Mercury's day lasts 176 Earth days, so if you landed on the twilight line, one side could be scorched while the other frosts over, a bizarre split fate. The lack of atmospheric pressure means surface liquids boil away, even in the cold, through sublimation. In short, Mercury preserves you by fire or by ice, with no gentle return to the elements. You become a permanent, silent marker of the planet's harshness. No decay, no burial, just eternal exposure to the extremes. The only change comes from the slow, relentless sandblasting of space. Mercury is a world where death means preservation, not decomposition. It's a stark introduction to the solar system's unforgiving diversity. On Mercury, you're either a carbonized shadow or a frozen relic, forever. Next up, Venus, Earth's so-called twin, except it's a vision of hell. Venus's atmosphere is 92 times denser than Earth's, with crushing pressure and a surface temperature of 465 degrees Celsius, 870 degrees Fahrenheit. Step onto Venus and you're instantly flattened and incinerated. Your body's water vaporizes in a flash. Tissues combust, leaving only a pile of carbon ash and brittle minerals. But Venus isn't done. Its air is laced with sulfuric acid, which dissolves even your bones. There's no biological decay here, just violent chemical destruction. No preservation, no fossilization. Venus erases all trace of you. The thick atmosphere circulates heat so efficiently that day and night are equally deadly. Winds are slow, so your remains stay put, compacted into the volcanic plains. On Venus, death is a three-step process: crushed, incinerated, dissolved. The planet's beauty hides its utter hostility. Unlike Mercury's preservation, Venus offers only obliteration. Nothing survives, not even your atom's original bonds. Venus is the ultimate planetary eraser. Here, the story is total annihilation. The lesson: not all planets are gentle with their visitors. Venus is a warning, some worlds simply destroy. Now to Mars, the red planet, cold, dry, and thin-aired. Mars's atmosphere is less than 1% of Earth's, so there's little protection from cold or radiation. A body on Mars would freeze quickly, the water in your cells turning to ice and halting all decay. But Mars's low pressure means that ice doesn't melt, it sublimates, turning straight into vapor. Over time, you'd become a freeze-dried, mummy-leathery skin, intact muscles, perfectly preserved. No bacteria survive the cold and radiation, so decay is stopped. Cosmic rays and solar radiation slowly break down your tissues at the molecular level. Martian dust would settle on you and storms might bury or erode your remains. In the short term, you're a mummified relic, one of the best preserved in the solar system. But over thousands or millions of years, radiation and dust grind you down to nothing. Mars preserves, but only for a while. Eventually, you become part of the red dust. The story here is slow, cold erasure, a time capsule, then a memory. Mars is a planet of preservation, but not forever. The red planet's silence is both a blessing and a curse. You're a monument to the cold, until you're gone. On Mars, death is a freeze-dried pause before the final fade. Jupiter, king of the planets, but with no solid ground. Fall into Jupiter and you begin a one-way descent through endless clouds. At first you're flash frozen in the frigid upper atmosphere. But as you fall, pressure and temperature skyrocket. Soon you're crushed, bones pulverized, tissues compacted. Deeper still, the heat rises to thousands of degrees, vaporizing what's left. Your atoms are torn apart, scattered in Jupiter's churning storms. There's no final resting place, just total disassembly. You're frozen, thawed, crushed, vaporized, and finally mixed into the planet's vast, swirling gases. Jupiter's winds and storms churn your atoms for eternity. Death here means becoming part of the planet itself. No trace remains, just a few atoms in a sea of hydrogen and helium. Jupiter doesn't preserve or erase, it assimilates. The journey is a relentless descent into chaos. On Jupiter, you're not buried, you're absorbed. The ultimate fate: total planetary assimilation. Saturn, the ringed giant, offers a similar fate to Jupiter. Enter its atmosphere and you're instantly flash-frozen in the upper clouds. Descend, and pressure and heat rise. Your body is crushed, then vaporized. Saturn's winds, the fastest in the solar system, tear and scatter your remains. Your atoms are absorbed into the planet's dense, swirling interior. But what if you ended up in the rings? There you'd freeze solid in the vacuum, but constant collisions with icy particles would grind you down. Over time, you'd be pulverized into dust, becoming just another speck in Saturn's shimmering rings. Whether in the atmosphere or the rings, Saturn offers no rest, only endless recycling. The planet's beauty hides a relentless process of destruction and assimilation. Saturn's rings are a cosmic demolition derby, its atmosphere a crushing abyss. In both, you're broken down to your basic elements. Saturn is a planet of majestic recycling. Here, death means joining the endless cycle, atom by atom. Saturn's legacy: transformation, not preservation. Uranus, the sideways ice giant, is a world of deep cold and strange chemistry. Fall into its atmosphere, and you're flash frozen at -224 degrees Celsius, -371 degrees Fahrenheit, the coldest in the solar system. Descend deeper, and pressure crushes you, while rising temperatures vaporize your remains. Uranus's blue color comes from methane, and deep within, carbon atoms may be squeezed into diamonds. Your body is pulverized, vaporized, and your carbon could become part of a diamond rain. Uranus's tilted axis creates wild seasons, but for a falling body, the outcome is the same: destruction and transformation. Unlike Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus's cold core means the process is slower, but just as final. No preservation, just a journey from ice to vapor to elemental atoms. The planet's winds scatter your remains, mixing them into a slushy, high-pressure ocean of exotic ices. Uranus is a planet of cold, crushing, and chemical change. Here, death is a transformation, perhaps even a glittering one. The sideways planet offers a strange, beautiful end, from human to diamond dust. Uranus is a reminder that the universe recycles in unexpected ways. On Uranus, you're not just lost, you're remade. The ultimate fate: a diamond in the cosmic rough. Neptune, the solar system's final planet, is a world of violent winds and deep cold. Fall into its atmosphere and you're flash frozen at -218 degrees Celsius, -360 degrees Fahrenheit. But Neptune's supersonic winds, over 2,000 km/h, shred your frozen body into fragments. These pieces are scattered across the planet's stormy skies, then crushed and vaporized as they descend. Like Uranus, Neptune's deep interior may turn your carbon into diamonds, raining toward the core. Neptune radiates more heat than it receives, fueling its wild storms and dynamic weather. Here, death is a sequence: frozen, shredded, crushed, vaporized, and finally transformed. Your atoms are scattered, some perhaps joining a diamond rain in the deep blue abyss. Neptune is the most violent of all. No preservation, only chaos and transformation. The planet's beauty masks its fury. On Neptune, you're torn apart by wind, then erased by pressure and heat. The lesson: the farther you go, the wilder the end. Neptune is the solar system's ultimate blender. Here, you vanish into the storm. And that's our tour. Each planet, a unique test of survival. Each fate, a lesson in planetary science. From Mercury's eternal preservation to Venus's total erasure, Mars's mummification to the giant planet's utter disassembly, the solar system is a showcase of extremes. Our bodies, so suited to Earth, are reminders of how rare and precious our home is. This thought experiment isn't about fear, it's about awe for the universe's diversity. Which fate surprised you most? The diamond rain, the Martian mummy, or Neptune's cosmic blender? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this journey, hit like and subscribe for more cosmic adventures. Thanks for watching. And remember, stay curious. The universe is stranger and more fascinating than we can imagine.